You did not open this video. You paused. Your thumb stopped a few millimeters from the screen, and that was enough. Enough for the system to confirm you are the target. And then you arrived. Not because you are predictable, because your behavior is continuously shaped. Every scroll, every hesitation, every second you stay a little longer than you planned, captured, compared, reinforced, until the version of you that the system understands best becomes the version you most easily repeat. This is not about prediction. Prediction is a surface metric. The system does not need to know you. It only needs to reduce uncertainty. And the most efficient way to reduce uncertainty is to stabilize behavior, not by forcing decisions, but by designing environments where certain decisions feel inevitable. You open the app, not to search, just to check something. One video appears. You don't compare, you don't evaluate, you just stay, for a few seconds longer than you planned. It feels accurate, the right video, at the right moment, almost too easy. You don't question it, because nothing is forcing you. You are simply responding to what feels correct. But what feels correct is often what has been repeated until it stopped feeling external and started feeling like you. The system does not operate on preference. It operates on response probability. The question is never, what do you want? The question is, what will you accept without resistance? Once that threshold is identified, the system stops exploring and starts refining toward stability, toward repetition, toward behavior that no longer needs to be questioned. At first, it feels like the system is learning you, understanding you, adapting to you. But something else is happening. You hesitate less, you scroll faster, you recognize patterns sooner. You become easier to read, cleaner, sharper, more consistent. Not more complex, more legible. You are not becoming more defined, you are becoming more compressible. All the contradictions, all the quiet rebellions, all the parts of you that don't fit a pattern, they are treated as noise, and slowly they are removed, until what remains is clear, predictable, easy to process. Complexity is inefficient. Ambiguity is expensive. So the system compresses. It filters variation, removes contradiction, stabilizes signals. A pattern is easier to predict than a person. And over time, the pattern becomes more important than the person. This is not personalization. It is reduction. You click, it adjusts. You scroll, it refines. You hesitate, and that hesitation is recorded. Every action feeds the next one, until your behavior begins to feel automatic. At some point, you stop reacting to what you see. You react to what you expect to see. And that expectation was not created by you. This is a closed loop. Behavior produces data. Data updates the model. The model reshapes the environment. The environment trains behavior. The loop does not expand. It converges toward predictability, toward stability, toward a version of you that requires less variation. Deviation becomes friction. Friction becomes avoidance. And avoidance becomes identity. You scroll through options, different videos, different ideas, different people. Everything appears open. but you never see the full field, only the part of the map you are allowed to walk on. You are moving through a system that feels infinite, but is carefully reduced. Freedom of choice does not disappear, it is redesigned. Control is visible, structure is not. Control creates resistance, structure removes alternatives. Not by restriction, by distribution. What appears frequently becomes normal. What becomes normal stops being questioned. You are not navigating reality. You are navigating a probability space built from your past behavior. So, the system does not control you. It does not stop you. It does not decide for you. It does something more precise. It shapes what feels right. And once something feels right, you repeat it without noticing. The system doesn't tell you what to do. It removes the feeling that anything else would make sense. A system that can predict behavior does not need to intervene. A system that can train behavior does not need to predict. Training removes friction. Friction is where choice exists. Remove friction, and behavior stabilizes. Your presence here, watching this video until this moment, is already a signal. The system has recorded your reaction to information about itself. And now it understands you a little better. So the question is not whether the system exists. The question is, how much of what feels like you has already been shaped? No one operates outside the system. Some people detect patterns. Most people experience them. Recognition does not remove the system, but it is the only point where variation can still exist. And maybe the only thing that remains unmodeled is the part of you that notices. The ideas are human. The narration is digital. The interpretation is yours.